Meghan Markle must now follow the customs of the royal family. Alexei Lubomirsky, AP Images. The following is an adapted excerpt from The Meghan Factor, a royal expert's insight on America's new princess, and how she could change the Windsor dynasty forever, by Patrick Jeffson. The key is to remember that although many of the perks and outward trappings of royalty and celebrity are identical, the defining difference is that celebrity lifestyles are won, while royal privileges are granted. Both can be taken away by the fickle court of public opinion, while royal privileges are always at the mercy of royal displeasure. In the royal world, as with so much else, a different code of cause and effect prevails. Some familiarity with the fates of Kings Charles I, James II, and Edward VIII, and, perhaps, the wives of Henry VIII would be useful here. The withdrawal of privileges is likely to take longer than it does to exit a television series, and the consequences, such as beheading, takeover by a foreign royal house, or national constitutional crisis, are really much harder to live with. The apparent permanence of Meghan's new surroundings and the current high approval ratings of the organization she is joining should not lull her into forgetting that these blessings will only be reliably delivered in return for a life devoted to the service of the subjects of the crown, preferably with lots of visible, unenviable duty and the unmistakable appearance of sacrifice. Otherwise, all the clever publicists in the world, and all the reassuring sycophancy of her court, won't save her from disaster. If looking for an example of an early sacrifice she might usefully make, Meghan could take an early vow to deny herself all activity or communication that might be interpreted as a comment on politics or public policy. Her father-in-law has enjoyed stirring up controversy on a wide range of semi-political topics, to the delight or dismay of his future ministers and subjects, according to partisan political taste, but her reputation won't survive theatrical interventions in areas that rightly belong to private citizens or elected politicians. Princess Diana was successful in communicating a humanitarian message. AP, Herman Nippert's. Of course, in an option also open to Prince Charles. Once she has her new British passport, and has probably renounced her American one, she could run for office and let the ballot box give her the right to intervene on any subject that troubled her constituents. But otherwise, she must keep her personal opinions strictly private. In this context, her widely advertised pre-Harry support for democratic politics in her home country is a piece of personal baggage that must now be jettisoned. The sacred royal duty of political neutrality doesn't end at the shores of the kingdom. This is doubly true now that she is becoming part of the British ruling establishment and will therefore inevitably sometimes be seen to be acting as some form of conduit for official UK thinking. This risk is especially acute in countries unblessed by centuries of democratic evolution. Of course, that doesn't mean that she can't take a stand on humanitarian issues. In fact, she has giddy powers of choice to decide which are worthy of the prestige and big donors' largesse that she can deliver in huge quantities. Princess Diana was fabulously effective at communicating a strong humanitarian message just with a well-arranged photograph, and Meghan will doubtless develop these and other techniques to leverage her suddenly global power to influence. Meanwhile, her good causes will be particularly grateful when she perfects the delicate art of loosening the purse strings of potential benefactors, many of whom secretly enjoy nothing more than a pretty princessly shakedown, preferably on the dance floor at a glamorous charity ball. Sign up here to get insiders' favorite stories straight to your inbox.